So about 3 years ago, the RV market ventured off into the extended height when it came to the destination style RVs on the market, which are extremely popular when it comes to customers that are here physically in Meridian, Mississippi. But what do you think happens when you combine a destination style RV with a fifth wheel? Well, this is exactly what you get. Is it a fifth wheel? Yes, it is. Is this a destination model? Well, yes, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the brand new 2025 Forest River Wildwood Heritage Glen Roost 43. We are going to start on the non-camp side of the RV, going over a few important things that make these things exactly alike. But if you're new here, I do welcome you to the channel, and let's get started. So typically when you hear the term destination model, there are a few things that should come to mind. One meaning you're going to set it in place and maybe leave it for an extended period of time, if not forever, in its forever home. And two, when it comes to setup, there is a lot of manual labor involved, meaning this almost 44-foot Goliath will be leveled from a 4-point electric leveling system, or should I say electric and manual. Your front will have an independent switch for each side to extend and retract, and on the back of the coach there are 2 manual scissor jacks to keep the Goliath from actually rocking. Let's go ahead and look at some of the numbers now before we head inside. So coming at you, 43 feet 9 inches of total length. Dry weight as it currently sits is 15,801 pounds. The gross vehicle weight rating is 17,995 pounds. So let's just say 18,000 pounds is what this thing can weigh. You're riding on 3 5,100 pound axles, 15-inch rims with E-rated tires. And I'm gonna leave the hitch weight about here in the video, but I'd like to point out how the hitch is kind of offset. I drive a mega cab. When I was here with it, there is so much clearance between the cab and the RV itself. It was kind of nice pulling this thing. It rode quite nicely from the main office down here. It pulls honestly better than this thing, I can assure you that. So if I could give you an understanding of the layout, I'm gonna call this a rear living, because your bedroom's gonna be in the front, but you also kind of get like a mid-bunk loft area in the top, plus a loft in the back. To be honest, it does sleep 6, but I feel like it's more of a couple's RV, where maybe if the grandkids were to come over sometime, it gives them room to do so. And by the way, these things are extremely comfortable. I had my doubts at first, but they're very, very nice. So when it also comes to the destination style RV, there is some other manual labor involved when it comes to getting this thing completely set up. The sofa does in fact wrap in half. This is not going to be a bed. There is storage under both sides of the sofa, but it does not convert to a bed. I guess maybe you could, if you were to rotate this thing completely around. I'll maybe try to overlay a video showing that, but it's realistically not going to be worth it, because the coffee table is also very heavy. This is a solid wood coffee table, and while you're in transportation, this is going to be placed in the middle of the sofa. But once you get things set up, it's absolutely unreal. Let me grab the remote. This is also impressive. 65-inch smart TV. Take a look at your view. All the windows are going to have like this accordion style blackout shade, and on the back of them there's like a radiant foil that keeps all the sunlight out. 3 air conditioners also inside of this thing. I set it up the other day. I had all the air conditioners set at like a comfortable 70 degrees, and man, I felt like there was icicles starting to form on their ceiling. Very, very impressed with the overall circulation of the air conditioning system in the 43 Roost. So speaking of air conditioning and heat, you do in fact have this really, really nice huge electric fireplace. It does a great job of, producing a heat wave pretty much here underneath the loft area, plus in the kitchen. But your main source of heat will be coming from the floor vents throughout the floor. You're going to have a 60,000 BTU furnace, plus also using the propane is going to be the on-demand water heater, 60,000 BTU for it as well. So ceiling height, that's one thing I'm always cautious of. I'm a tall guy, and some people don't want to have to watch for head clearance. 6'8" is guaranteed anywhere inside of the RV, and I think this is like the lowest ceiling. And yes, when you go upstairs, the ceiling height gets even higher. It's amazing what they've done with the floor plan to achieve that. I'm excited to show it to you guys. So to view more additional photos too, I always take photos of each RV. I'll link the website down below for the company that I'm posting them for. Butcher block countertop. That's extremely impressive. You got a 110 outlet right here. Check out the upgraded sink this year. Several different features. You've got the glass where you can wash this, wash your glasses here. Each one of these trays is in fact removable, plus the vegetable washing station here. And here's a tip. And here's something, maybe if you're an RV tech and you're getting this thing in for the first time, do not accidentally press this. These things are pressurized when they come from the factory, and it will shoot RV antifreeze all the way to the ceiling. I might know a guy that did that. So you got a gray stone oven, solid surface countertops right over here by the oven too, blackout appliances all the way throughout. I actually like this compared to the stainless steel, adjustable by several different shelves, and the grates are extremely beefy with this. I would have liked to have seen that white subway tile find its way inside of this one. I feel like that's one thing to set your product apart. Everyone seems to use the substance like that, but that subway tile is a very, very nice feature. I think everyone should just go ahead and make it pretty much a standard thing inside their coach, especially when it's for something like this. If you're going to be living in this thing practically for months at a time, digging the pantry, that's something that the 43, 44 view actually has as well. So when it comes to the fridge found in many destination models, they typically don't even work while you're in transportation. They would require you to physically show up, plug the RV in just to get power over to the fridge. So it's always recommended to like never actually put anything in it while it's being transported to its new location. But with the new Roost 43, you're looking at a 22 cubic foot 12-volt fridge, which does work off the vehicle power. And speaking of the house battery, there's also going to be a 200-watt solar panel found up on the roof, which keeps that battery nice and charged. And also, right over here, an additional nice little coffee prep station, or a room for like an additional accessory, like maybe a crock pot or something along those lines. All the controls to operate the slide operations, the light switches, plus the tank heaters are found inside of this little cabinet here. Plus this really cool little dimmer switch for the living room. And this is all the controls for the on-demand water heater, giving you temperatures, I do believe, of over 130 degrees. Also, all the cabinetry found throughout the Roost 43, whether it's inside of the kitchen or even inside the bathroom, will in fact have soft close latches on it. So before going up the spiral staircase, I wanted to do something different for you all. I've gone ahead and turned the couch into its transportation arrangement to see if maybe you can utilize this for a bed. And I'm kind of excited to show that maybe you can possibly get creative and turn this into a bed for maybe a smaller kid, or honestly probably a teenager. I can see them kind of stretched out into maybe some kind of weird arrangement. And again, underneath both of the sofas there is storage for maybe some additional blankets. So before going upstairs, also the JBL audio system speaker. People, you probably already know that it's there, but did you know there's actually an adjustment for your min and max as far as how much bass you want going throughout your destination camper. So I think you can have probably a pretty cool little setup down here with the system this thing has already in place. So now let's go ahead and venture upstairs. The loft measures 32 inches from the floor all the way to the ceiling. Some of the ones you guys have probably seen videos of, this did not have a rod in there to actually hang your clothes up. Now it does. Get that opened up for you. Swing around. You have two twin mattresses. You could possibly turn this into a one mattress with a fitted sheet, creating maybe like a queen size. You do have TV connections over here for maybe about a 32-inch TV, but one thing they really missed out on is privacy. Up here, they should have been like maybe a curtain for some kind of privacy. The view is absolutely amazing. Plenty of light. And again, these are the blackout style version of the shades for the Heritage Glen. 3 air conditioners again on board. This is one. The temperature, I have it set for about 70, so it's not on at the moment. And this will be your view going back downstairs. So now that we are back downstairs, I'd like to point out that the sofa is in fact on wheels, so this section does swing around quite easily. The only difficult thing to do is in fact moving the solid wood coffee table around. However, I feel like after maybe a lot of use, there could possibly be signs of wear and tear in the linoleum floor, just as my opinion. So the lighting on board is also kind of cool. Located on this false beam, you have the dimmer switch for the living room area right here. I think I actually had them all turned down during the video, but that's all right though. What do you guys think? I think the false beam look throughout the RV is actually kind of very nice, plus the accents that they've done on the ceiling. So this is going to be a mist for me. The upper shades are all manual, so you have to physically actually get up here to bring these down if you want to black out everything inside. The false beam for the additional shelf, that's very, very nice. But again, to be able to reach the curtains, you definitely gonna have to purchase a stepping stool or maybe a small miniature ladder just to get up there. All right, so now we're gonna focus our attention mainly towards the front of the RV. So picture a mid-bunk fifth wheel, how you have the loft area on the top and the second bedroom come out underneath it. But instead of the bedroom, they give you now a bathroom. But one impressive thing to point out is if you are a taller viewer and you're always searching for that bigger shower, 6'8" ceilings found underneath the mid-bunk. That's absolutely crazy. And speaking of the mid-bunk, you still have 32-inch ceilings in the mid-bunk, so plenty of room up there as well. Washer and dryer already included, plus the additional little flip up there if you decide to maybe fold the clothes in here. Storage-wise, if you're sitting on the toilet, by the way, perfect pooping position. Tons of storage right here, maybe for some additional accessories like your fabric softener and so forth, plus toilet paper. Plenty of room. Really big shower though, 6'8" ceilings. This is going to be a one-piece fiberglass shower. You do in fact already have the teak seat included. Look at that, there's plenty of room. Place for your towel once you're finished, maybe some additional towels up here. And here's a look at some of the storage under the sink. Wow, that's crazy. I wish I had something like that at home too, plus the soft close latches. Our pull-outs in our bathroom at home aren't quite that deep. That's crazy. So let's focus now going upstairs. Kind of a spiral staircase. I feel like there is room for improvements like this. I'd like to know your opinion when it comes to this. Stepping upstairs. Loft number 2, king size bed, TV connections. You're looking at 32-inch ceiling height. My 20-year-old daughter said this would probably be her bedroom right here. Check that out. If you want to close your curtain, but still peek in there, you still can. USB and 110 outlets. I'm really liking the new loft setup with the 43 Roost. So let's go ahead and make our way towards the front. Caution, steps down. There is about an 8-inch step down going into the bedroom. So you already have 6'8" ceilings. So what does that now make your bedroom? Almost 7 feet tall ceilings found in your bedroom, all the way in the front of the 43 Roost. Half bath located right here next to the king size bed. Just look at the room. The double slide setup found up here in the front gives you so much room, but keep in mind the main construction of the coach is already 102 inches wide. You've got about a 32, maybe a 34-inch slide here, plus another one on this side. Just gives you so much room. It's absolutely incredible. So 3 air conditioners on board. The thermostat for up here is located right over there on the wall. That's going to be your air conditioner there. Notice it's actually offset to the right just a little bit. That's due to the fact that they've slanted the roof down for water drainage up on the top. You don't really see the effect inside, but you have to actually place the air conditioners on the right side so you can bring the roof up just a little bit on the left so the water just drains naturally to the right. And why they've done that, I'm honestly just guessing, is because they're expecting you maybe to build a patio or maybe some kind of porch with an awning on the camp side of the RV. So maybe with drainage, it absolutely does help you a little bit. Your bathroom has these solid surface countertops. There's your storage under the sink, 110 GFI outlets, and I like the illuminated mirrors in the bathroom. Those are kind of nice. So let's look over here in the front. So this is kind of interesting. All the way in the front, If you decide maybe you have some work you need to do with a laptop, you can turn this into like a pretty cool little desk area. Or honestly, I think I'd get a little bit creative and put a makeup station here for my wife. I think this would work nicely instead of her actually going in the bathroom when other individuals are trying to get in there. So you do in fact have dimmer switch for your bedroom, USB outlets, 110. It would have been nice to see the USB-C outlet. That seems to be a very popular thing. That could have been easily added there. So coming around though, your storage, you got a pretty nice little seat there. Looks like your pullouts are about a 12 by 12. Your hanging closets are located at the foot of the bed, and I should have turned this on. Electric fireplace. Again, those keep the room that it's in very, very nice and warm. So you have this one plus the one to the living room. I think you can do quite well with maintaining the temperature in the RV, pretty much in any climate. Your heating system, again, coming from the floor vents in the floor, but you also do in fact have heated holding tanks on board, so keep that in mind if maybe you are in colder extreme climates, plus the additional storage under the bed. So I think that just about covers most of the inside of the RV. So let's look at the sales price and the MSRP at date and time of making this video. So again, remember, if you'd like to view more additional photos of each make and model that I post, I always leave a link in the video description taking you over to the company's website, where you can maybe even reach out to me personally if this is something that maybe you'd like to order. So at date and time of making this video, and maybe you can pause it and read this, MSRP is $128,748, and of course the sales price for this particular camper can be viewed in the video description down below. So which one would you like better? The new 43 Roost, which technically is a fifth wheel, but it still is a destination model, or do you still prefer the destination model to be pulled from the bumper? Let me know in the video description. I'm always curious to know what you guys think. So the weather in Mississippi has not been the best, if you can't tell, but I'm going to try to show you some of the outside features found on the 43 Roost, such as outside storage, which the bumper pull style has absolutely none of. But not only does it have storage, you got this extremely cool MORride pull-out tray with a load capacity of 500 pounds. And look how they've wrapped the inside storage with this rubbered kind of textured diamond plate. Very, very nice. That's going to be the battery disconnect switch plus the solar charge controller. It does in fact come with a house battery already from the factory. This is going to keep a charge on the battery, preventing it from either overcharging or undercharging. So let's talk about transportation. This is a protected blanket, and you notice it has the ratchet straps to it that gets wrapped around the front windows while you're in transportation. The Grand Lodge, it actually comes from the factory with it like this white cardboard material, and honestly after about 3 months in the sun it becomes a paper and it disintegrates. So that's a much needed upgrade for the windows. But talking about a chore, just to get up there you're looking at 13 feet 5 inches to the top, so right at 13 feet just to get the ratchet strap to the top location. Pretty cool though. I think this thing's just awesome all the way around. It is a disadvantage that it's leveled from an electric manual leveling system, but I can look past this honestly just for what all this thing is going to be giving you. Spare tire location, your battery, that's something that's unreal, unheard of for a destination storage. What is that? It doesn't exist. Rack and pinion slides on the ones back here. This is a electric lipper component. Let's look at this. This is what I call the water management area. So once you get this thing set up, your water hose will come up through the bottom, under the skirting, and through, connecting to your city water connection right over here. You also have your holding tank fill capacity plus your black tank flush right over here. Pull handles are very easily located. Inline filter, and that's going to be the 60,000 BTU tankless water heater, or should I say only until you run out of propane. Each one of your propane bottles is located on each side of the coach, and these are the larger bottles. Come on, plenty of room in there as well. That's your selector switch for each side right over here. coming right around. Slide topper's already installed from the factory. That's very nice to see. Keeps all that additional debris from the campgrounds off the top of those slides, making it easier. 3 air conditioners on top. Very, very cool to see. But another miss in my opinion. Roof maintenance is a must, and they're giving you no way to actually access the top, so I feel like this is something that they could definitely improve on. LED lights found on the back. Again, more additional slide toppers. Also, vacuum bonded slides, sides, floors. Overall though, this thing is extremely sharp. Really big awning, and again, the concept again is for this to be set in place maybe permanently and to build a huge patio right out here in the front. But I'm excited to know what you guys think. Which one would you rather prefer to pull up and down the road? The new Roost 43 or the 44 View? Let me know in the comment section down below. Continue to like and subscribe. Come see me.